Hello students, welcome to Pi Academy, the place for mathematics and science. Dear students, in today's class, let's continue the chapter triangles. And remember, this is third period of this chapter. In the second period, we proved some important statements. Just we shall go for recalling these one by one. Could you tell which is first one? Yes, you are right. This is BPT. What is its full form? Basic proportionality theorem. Then what is the other name of it? You are right. It is Thales theorem, right? Next, what is its statement? Yes, if a line is drawn parallel to a side of a triangle, then it divides other two sides proportionately. Is it not? Yes. Just here I am going to name the triangle as ABC, and PQ is the line drawn in the triangle ABC which is parallel to BC. If PQ parallel to BC, how do you write the statement according to BPT? Yes, you are right. It is AP by PB is equal to AQ by QC. Next, what is second statement? It is converse of BPT. Then what is its statement? See, if a line is drawn in a triangle such that it divides two sides proportionately, then it will be parallel to the third side. Is it not? Again, I am going to draw the triangle ABC. Then let us draw the line, call it as PQ, and this line will divide AB and AC in the same ratio. That means we can write AP by PB is equal to AQ by QC. Then how do you write the statement? If this condition holds good, then PQ parallel to BC. Then after that, we come across the third important point, that is results of BPT. Then what are these results? The first one, look here. In a triangle ABC, a line is drawn, call it as PQ. This is parallel to BC. When it is parallel to BC, it divides two sides proportionately. That is BPT. And the results are, in that, one is here AP by AB will be equal to AQ by AC, right? And the second result, it is PB by AB is equal to QC by AC. So this much was discussed in the last class. Even we were solving the problems in exercise number 6.1. I think in that two were over. Now we are moving to third one. Dear students, actually three were solved. Now I have written fourth one. This is, in this figure, DE parallel to AC. See that? DE parallel to AC and DF parallel to AE. DF parallel to AE. If it is so, we have to prove that BF by FE, this is equal to BE by EC. No doubt this will be simple one, right? Because when you consider the whole triangle ABC, here DE parallel to AC, then we can write, see that BE by EC is equal to BD by DA, right? Similarly, here DF parallel to AE, if it is so, we can write, see that BF by FE, this is equal to BD by DA. See here, both the ratios are equal to the same ratio, hence these two will be equal. Followed? Yes. Pausing the video, you just copy up to here, then after that you can start writing with me. Alright, proof. In proof, first I'll go for taking the triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, Here I'll write DE parallel to AC. DE parallel to AC. It is from data. Then if DE parallel to AC, we can go for using basic proportionality theorem. According to this, we can write BE by EC. BE by EC, which is equal to what? BD by DA. BD by DA. You may call this as statement 1. Similarly, I go for taking the next triangle. It is, see that BDF or as DBE. In triangle BDE, we can write DF parallel to AE, right? DF parallel to AE, that has been given in the statement only. Again, we can go for applying basic proportionality theorem. How do you write? If it is these two are parallel, we can write BF by FE. BF by FE, this is equal to BD by DA. BD by DA. You may call it as statement 2. Observe both the statements 1 and 2. Here, these are the two different things are equal to the same thing, BD by DA. Things which are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. According to what? Euclid's axiom, right? Here, from statements 1 and 2, then axiom, that is Euclid's axiom, we can write BE by EC, which is equal to here BF by FE. See that? Hence, the statement is proved. Is it not simple? No doubt. Please go for copying this. Dear students, we have one more important statement. Please go through this. In this figure, that is the triangle PQR, they have given DE parallel to OQ. See, DE parallel to OQ. Next, DF parallel to OR. DF parallel to OR. And we are going to prove that EF parallel to QR. Under what condition we can say that the line drawn in a triangle is parallel to a side? It is possible, or if and only if that line divides two sides proportionately, right? If EF divides PQ and PR proportionately, then according to converse of BPT, we can prove EF parallel to QR. Followed? But how do you make these two ratios are equal? Observe this. They have given DA parallel to OR. That means in the triangle POQ, these two sides will be equal. That is P ratios PE by EQ is equal to PD by DO. Similarly, when you consider the triangle POR, here DF parallel to OR, therefore again PD by DO is equal to PF by FR. These two ratios are equal to PD by OD. Hence, they are equal. As they are equal by converse of BPT, EF is parallel to QR. Understood? Yes. Now, pausing the video, you can just copy this. Then after that, you can start writing the proof with me. Here, in proof, first which triangle should be taken? Yes, POQ. In triangle POQ, they have given DE parallel to OR. DE parallel to OR, it is from data. Then, as DE parallel to OR, we can go for using BPT. According to BPT, we can write PE by EQ is equal to PD by DO. PD by DO. You may call this as statement 1. Similarly, I go for taking the triangle POR. In triangle POR, yes, tell that. Next step. DF parallel to OR, right? It is from data. Again, by using basic proportionality theorem or Thales theorem, we can write PD by DO, which is equal to, which is that ratio? PF by FR. PF by FR. You may call this as statement 2. Look here. Observe statements 1 and 2. Here, in both are equal to PD by DO. So these are the two different things equal to the same thing. Hence they are equal to one another according to Euclid's axiom. Here I write from statements 1 and 2 and axiom. And axiom, how to write? It is PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR, right? These two. Now I'll go for taking the whole triangle. In triangle PQR, just we have come to know that PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR. It is from proved statement. Just we have proved this one. Then if these two ratios are equal, that is, this is the line divides two sides proportionately, then it is parallel to the third side. So EF is parallel to QR according to converse of Thales theorem. Here I'll write by converse of BPT, we can write EF parallel to QR. Hence the statement is proved. Hence it is proved. Hope that you have written. If not, just go for copying as it is. Dear students, this is also another the same type of problem what we solved. Fourth one and fifth one. Just go through the statement. In this figure, A, B and C, these are the points on OP, OQ and OR, right? Such that here they are given AB parallel to PQ, then AC parallel to PR, then show that BC parallel to QR. Is it not simple? Definitely. If you want to prove BC parallel to QR, which statement should be used? Yes, you are right. Converse of BPT. If you want to apply the converse of BPT, OB by BQ should be equal to OC by CR. But how do you make these two ratios are equal? By using the triangles in which the sides are parallel, right? Look here. You can go for taking the triangle OPQ. In that, these two sides are parallel, hence this ratio and this ratio equal. Followed. Similarly, in next POR, in this, these two sides are parallel. Again, this ratio is equal to this. By using both the statements, we can write OB by BQ is equal to OC by CR. As these two ratios are equal, by converse of BPT, BC parallel to QR. Is it not simple? And do remember, even it is also important in the examination point of view, can be asked for 2 marks. Yes. Pausing the video, copy this, then after that start writing the proof with me. Yes. Here, let's go for taking the triangles one by one. POQ. In triangle POQ. Yes, tell that. Here, in this AB parallel to PQ. AB parallel to PQ, this is from data. Followed? Then if it is parallel, we can go for using basic proportionality theorem. According to that, how do you write? You may write OA by AP is equal to OB by BQ. Here, OA by AP is equal to OB by BQ. This is statement 1. Next, let's go for taking the triangle POR. In triangle POR, AC parallel to PR. AC parallel to PR, it has been given in the statement itself. I'll write data. Again, you can go for using the Thales theorem. According to that, again, OA by AP is equal to, which is OC by CR. Then you may call this as statement 2. See, in both the statements, two ratios are equal to OA by AP. These are the two things equal to the same thing, hence equal to one another. So let us write from the statements 1 and 2 and Euclid's axiom. Euclid's axiom. How do you write? It is OB by BQ is equal to OC by CR. Followed? Next, I go for as we are going to prove BC parallel to QR, let me go for taking the triangle OQR. In triangle OQR, see, these two ratios are equal. Just we have proved that. That is OB by BQ is equal to OC by CR. Followed? It is from the proved statement. If these two ratios are equal, then we can write BC parallel to QR. How? By converse of BPT. Here, by converse of BPT, we can write BC parallel to QR. Hence it is proved. Please go for copying this. Yes, students, please go through this 7th one and is also important one. Here it has been given like this. Using the theorem 6.1, nothing but Thales theorem, that is basic proportionality theorem. Prove that a line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side, that will bisect the third side. Have you come across this statement in your previous class? Yes. Where? Again in the chapter called Triangle in 9th standard. There you have learnt about two important theorems. One is midpoint theorem, second one is converse of midpoint theorem. See this statement, which one? Midpoint theorem or converse? It is converse. Okay. A line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side bisects the third side. We have already learned how to prove this, but particularly it has been given that we have to use BPT, right? Yes. Please go for copying this. Then after that you can start writing it. Yeah. Let's go for proving the statement. Take a scale and pencil and draw the appropriate geometrical figure. Which one? It is triangle. Yes. Draw a triangle. You may go for naming the triangle as ABC. Yes. Hope that you have drawn it. ABC. Go through the statement. A line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle. Let us go for choosing any one side. I take AB, its midpoint. You may call this point as P. As P is the midpoint, then AP will be equal to BP, right? Then a line is to be drawn from the midpoint of one side parallel to another side. Let us take this line is parallel to BC and call it as Q. Then what we should prove? We have to prove that this line will bisect the third side. That means PQ will divide AC into two equal parts. Nothing but we are going to prove AQ equal to QC. Followed? Yes. First let's go for writing data to prove. Then later you can write the proof with me. Yes. They have given the triangle. Here I'll write ABC is a triangle. Then in this what has been given? They have given P is the midpoint, right? P is the midpoint. Midpoint of which side? Here we have taken AB. Therefore, we can write AP and BP are equal. AP equal to PB. Followed? Next, even they have given PQ parallel to BC. PQ parallel to BC. With this information, you are going to prove that PQ bisects AC. That is the third side. To prove PQ bisects the third side, the side AC. Okay. Yes. Write the proof with me. But how do you go for proving this? Is it not simple? Definitely. The reason is here this is the triangle in which a line drawn is parallel to a side. Then you can go for using BPT. According to that, AP by PB equal to AQ by QC. As AP and PB are equal, they get cancelled. You will get 1. 1 equal to AQ by QC. Then cross multiply. It will be AQ equal to QC. Followed? Yes. Start writing. In triangle ABC, they have given PQ parallel to BC. Therefore, let us go for using Thales theorem. By Thales theorem, nothing but BPT, we can write AP by PB is equal to AQ by QC. We know that AP and PB are equal. Here I'll write AP. In place of PB, again I'll write AP. It is equal to AQ by QC. The reason is AP and PB are equal. These two get cancelled. What will remain? 1 equal to AQ by QC. Cross multiply. So QC is equal to AQ. If QC and AQ are equal, then what do you say about Q? Q will be the midpoint. So we can write Q is the midpoint of AC. Then if Q is the midpoint, then we can say that PQ bisects AC. Therefore, PQ bisects AC. Followed? Yes. Hence it is proved. Such a simple statement. You may go for copying that. If not copied, just copy. If it is copied, then we will move on to the next one, 8th one. Yes. Please go through this. 8th one. It is given like this. Using theorem 6.2, it is nothing but converse of BPT. Prove that the line joining the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. Is it not simple? Definitely. Yes. Pausing the video, just go for copying the statement. After that, you can start writing them. Yeah. Now take scale and pencil. First, draw the geometrical figure. Which one? It is triangle. Yes. First, draw the triangle and you may name the triangle as ABC. Here, I'll write A, B, C. What has been given? The line joining the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle. Select any two sides. I take AB and AC. Mark their midpoints. See that. Here P is the midpoint of AB. Hence AP equal to BP. Next, Q is the midpoint of AC. Therefore, AQ equal to QC. Let us go for joining these midpoints. And what we are going to prove? We will prove that PQ is parallel to BC. Is it not simple? No doubt. Here, you find out the ratio. What is the ratio of these two? Both are equal. Hence, it will be 1. What is the ratio of these two? That is also equal to 1. As both the ratios are equal and these sides will be in proportion. By converse of BPT, PQ parallel to BC. Even chance of giving this in the examination for 2 marks. Yes, write data. What you will write? ABC is a triangle. ABC is a triangle. Then they have given P is the midpoint of AB. P is the midpoint of AB. Then we can write AB equal to PB. Next, similarly, Q is the midpoint of AC. Q is the midpoint of AC. Then AQ equal to QC. AQ equal to QC. To prove, what we are going to prove? The line joining the midpoints of two sides is parallel to the third side. That is PQ parallel to BC. Next, let's go for proof. I'll take the given statement. What is that? AP is equal to PB. It is from data, right? Take PB to the denominator. AP by PB. What will be in RHS? 1. You may call this as statement 1. Similarly, I take one more. It is AQ equal to QC. Again, this is also from data. Transfer QC to the denominator. So AQ by QC is equal to 1. Call it as statement 2. See that statement 1 and 2. On observing them, you can come to know that both the ratios are equal to 1 only. These are the two things equal to the same thing are equal to one another. Therefore, we can write from the statements 1 and 2 and axiom. How do you write? AP by PB is equal to AQ by QC. Followed? So, if these two ratios are equal, we can write in triangle ABC by converse of BPT. Converse of basic proportionality theorem, we can write PQ parallel to BC. So that is the third side. Hence, that is therefore the line joining the midpoints. Therefore, the line joining the midpoints is parallel to the third side. So please go for copying this as it is. Dear students, observe this. Ninth one, it is important one, put star mark and you can go for copying. Hope that you have copied. Now observe it. It is like this. ABCD is a trapezium in which AB parallel to DC and its diagonals intersect each other at the point O. Then we have to prove that the statement AO by BO equal to CO by DO. This is one of the important statement to be asked in the examination. Even there is a chance of asking the problems as well. Yes, let's go for proving this. What has been given? A trapezium, and it has been named as ABCD. So first let's go for drawing the trapezium. Please go for taking scale and pencil and draw trapezium. Here I am drawing that. And you can name the trapezium as ABCD. Okay, you may name either in the anti-clockwise or clockwise, however you want. Here I write clockwise. ABCD is a trapezium in which AB parallel to DC. AB parallel to DC. Next, and its diagonals intersect each other. Then And what is a diagonal? Yes, how do you define that? It is the line joining any two non-consecutive vertices of a polygon is called a diagonal. Non-consecutive vertices. See that A and C are non-consecutive. So let us join AC. Take scale and pencil and draw. Then join BC as well. And both will intersect at point O. O is the point of intersection. Next, if it is so, we have to prove that AO by BO is equal to CO by DO. How to prove this one? Yes, it can be proved in two different methods. One is by using BPT and another one is, next we will come across similarity criterion. Okay, as we have learned BPT, let's go for using that for proving this statement. You all may be thinking that how can it be used? Yeah, no doubt. BPT can be used if and only if there is a line parallel to a side of a triangle. But here is no parallel side. Hence, it needs construction. Yes. Before that, write data and to prove. Start writing with me. Data. What do you write? In trapezium, ABCD, AB parallel to DC. AB parallel to DC. Then AC and BD intersect at O. AC and BD intersect at O. This much has been given. To prove, we are going to prove that AO by BO is equal to CO by DO. Right? Next. Proof. Before going to that, construction. Just you have come to know why construction is necessary. Here they have given the ratios. To get the ratios, there must be a side, a line which is parallel to a side. Hence, I go for drawing a line. Call it as MO, parallel to either DC or AB, however we want. Yes, here, right, draw MO parallel to AB, obviously which is parallel to DC. Next, proof. Before that, just I'll go for explaining. Look here. Here, as we have drawn the line parallel to DC or AB, we can go for taking the triangle one by one. Look here, we want AO by BO and CO by DO. Can we take AO by CO? Definitely, because on cross multiplying, see that AO by CO is equal to BO by DO. Again, we will get the same. Here, MO is parallel to DC, that's why AM by MD is equal to AO by CO. Next, we want DO and BO. I take the triangle ADB or ABD. MO is parallel to AB. Again, I'll take AM by MD is equal to DO by DO. Right? See, both the ratios are equal to AM by MD only. Hence, you can go for equating them to prove the given statement. Followed? Yes. Let us go for taking the triangle one by one. Right? Triangle ADC. In triangle ADC, MO parallel to DC. MO parallel to DC. What is the reason? It is from construction. As it is, they are parallel, we can go for using basic proportionality theorem. According to basic proportionality theorem, we can write AM by MD. AM by MD is equal to AO by CO. AO by CO. Call it as statement 1. Next. Again, you go for taking another triangle. What is that? ABD. You cannot take ABC because parallel side is only for AB from O to M. So that's why I'll take ABD in triangle ABD. Then MO parallel to AB. MO parallel to AB. The reason is again construction. Next, again we can write AM by MD is equal to BO by DO. AM by MD is equal to BO by DO. It is according to BPT. Call it as statement 2. Compare statement 1 and 2. You can come to know that by using Euclid's axiom, we can write AO by CO equal to BO by DO. From the statements 1 and 2 and Euclid's axiom, we will write AO by CO is equal to BO by DO. But we want AO by BO equal to CO by DO. I'll go for cross multiply. AO by BO is equal to CO goes to the numerator, then DO as it is. Hence it is proved. Very simple thing. See that you just remember that statement. AO by BO equal to CO by DO. Even you may take the trapezium like this. A, B, C, D. Trapezium. Again, AO by BO is equal to CO by DO. It is much needed to remember. The reason is there is a chance of giving the problems on this. Yes, copy this. Dear students, go through 10th one. It is the diagonals of a quadrilateral ABCD intersect each other at the point O such that the ratios AO by BO and CO by DO are equal. If it is so, we have to prove that ABCD is a trapezium. Right? Just by observing this statement, you can come to know that it is the converse of the previous statement. What was the previous statement? In that trapezium, we had drawn the diagonals. So, the diagonals of a trapezium intersect each other proportionately, right? Then we had written AO by BO equal to CO by DO. Now, they have given the diagonals intersect each other in a quadrilateral at proportionally. Then we have to prove that that quadrilateral as trapezium. Very simple one. Pausing the video, you may go for copying the statement. Then after that, you can start writing with me. Yes. Take scale and pencil and draw with geometrical figure quadrilateral. But it should look like a trapezium because we are going to prove that quadrilateral as trapezium. Right. This is a quadrilateral. Have you drawn? Name this quadrilateral as A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral. Then the diagonals intersect each other at point O. Join AC, then BD. These two intersect each other at point O such that AO by BO equal to CO by DO. We have to prove that it is a trapezium. How do you prove? Before that, just recall the definition of trapezium. Yes. A quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite sides are parallel, then only it is called a trapezium. Then, how to prove this as trapezium? Here also we need construction because they have given the ratio. Again, to use the ratio, we need to go for taking the side line which is parallel to a side. Hence, I go for drawing MO parallel to anyone. either parallel to AB or parallel to DC. Anyone can be taken. Here we have taken DC. Yes, start writing with me. Data. What do you write? ABCD is a quadrilateral. Next, AC and BD intersect at O. Apart from that, even they are given AO by BO is equal to CO by DO. This can also be written as AO by CO is equal to BO by DO. Both are same only. Next, only this much has been given, and we are going to prove that ABCD is a trapezium. Then to prove this as trapezium, we need construction. What is that construction? Draw MO parallel to DC. Written? Yes, let's go for proof. How do you go for that? Look here. As it is parallel to DC, can we go for taking the triangle ADC? In this triangle, MO parallel to DC, observe carefully. Here, this ratio, that is AM by DM, is equal to AO by CO, right? Then after that, we know that the statement AO by CO is also equal to BO by DO. BO by DO. Hence, this will be parallel to AB. Understood? While writing also I will explain. Please go on writing with me. In triangle ADC, MO parallel to DC, it is from construction. Therefore, we can go for using basic proportionality theorem. According to that, we can write AM by MD. AM by MD is equal to AO by CO. AO by CO. Observe here. Even we have AO by CO is there. So I call this as statement 1 and this as statement 2. See that from statements 1 and 2 and Euclid's axiom. How do you write? See that AM by MD equal to AO by CO. BO by DO is also equal to AO by CO. Hence, AM by MD is equal to BO by DO. Look here. AM by AM by MD is equal to BO by DO. When these two ratios are equal, then can we say that MO parallel to AB? Yes. How? By converse of BPT. If a line drawn in a triangle divides two sides proportionately, then it is parallel to the third side. So from this, so in triangle ABC by converse of BPT, we can write MO parallel to AB. MO parallel to AB. Followed. Next, we also know that MO parallel to DC as well. It is from construction. Now from these two, I call it as statement A, this as statement B. MO parallel to AB, MO is also parallel to DC, then we can write AB parallel to DC. AB parallel to DC. The lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to one another. It is from statements A and B. Now, AB parallel to DC. Then what do you call a quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite sides are parallel? It is a trapezium. Here I'll continue that. We know that a quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite sides are parallel, then it is a trapezium. Therefore, ABCD is a trapezium. Hope that you have understood clearly. So now the exercise has been completed, that is 6.2. And before going to the next part of this chapter, in the examination they have asked few problems based on this exercise. Now I am going to take the same problems. Yes, if you have not copied this, now you go for copying from there to here. Dear students, now I am going to take some of the additional problems related to exercise number 6.2. And in 6.1 and 6.2, in both, first we focused on BPT and its extended part was studied in 6.2. Here we have some such problems are there. Let us go for solving. Go through this first one. It is find the value of x in each of the following. Here they have given two geometrical figures. In these, ABC is a triangle, DE parallel to BC. Obviously we know that in any triangle, if a line drawn is parallel to a side, then this line will divide other two sides proportionately. It is according to basic proportionality theorem, right? Using that, let us go for finding the value of x. Yes, pausing the video, you may copy from here to here. After that, start writing them. Right, solution. In triangle ABC, DE parallel to BC, they only have given. So by using basic proportionality theorem, we can write AD by DB is equal to AE by it is EC. Now go for substituting. What is AD? AD is x and DB it is x minus 2, which is equal to AE x plus 2, then EC this is x minus 1. How do you go for solving this? Yes, you are right, by cross multiplication. So you have already solved such type of problems in your previous classes as well, even in quadratic equations as well. Go for cross multiplication. X into x minus 1, then x plus 2 into x minus 2. Is it not simple? Definitely. What is multiply x with both the terms? X into x square minus x into 1, 1x. When you observe these two, they are in the form of a plus b into a minus b. Can be written as a square minus b square. That is x square minus 2 square. Now see that x square get cancelled. So these terms are on either sides of equal sign and also they have same sign. That's why we have cancelled them. Now minus x is equal to minus 2 square is 4. Minus minus get cancelled. X equal to 4. Understood? This is the way we can find out the value of x. Then after that, even there is a chance of asking, find out these sides. If x is 4, then what about db? It is 4 minus 2. Here, this is 4 plus 2, 6. Then easy, x minus 1, 4 minus 1, 3. Or else, they may ask you to find out the sides AB and AC. What is the measurement of AB? It is AD plus DB. AD is 4 and DB is 4 minus 2. 4 plus 2, it will be 6. Similarly, AC, it is 4 plus 2, 6 plus 4 minus 1, 3. This will be equal to 9. Clear? Okay. And second one. So pausing the video, copy this and try to solve yourself. Then after getting the value of x, you can check with my writing. Just pause the video. Hope that you have already found out the value of x. Now I'll go for solving. Just go for cross checking. Here also they have given the triangle ABC, in which DE parallel to BC. Hence we can go for applying basic proportionality theorem. How do you write? It is AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Right? Next, go for substituting. It is AD is 4x minus by DB. It is 3x minus 1. It is equal to AE. It is 8x minus 7 whole divided by EC. This is 5x minus 3. How do you go for solving x? To solve x, you have to simplify this first. How? By cross multiplying. Right? On the LHS side, 4x minus 3 as it is. On cross multiplying, you can write into x 5x minus 3, which is equal to RHS 8x minus 7 into then 3x minus 1. Followed. Next. Now go for multiplying. Multiply 4x with both the terms. Then minus 3 with both the terms. 4x into 5x. 4 5s are 20. X into x, x square. 4 here plus into minus, minus 4 3s are 12 into x, 12x. Multiply by minus 3. Minus 3 into 5x, minus 15x. Then minus into minus, it is plus. Here on that right. Plus 3 3s are 9. It is equal to. Multiply 8x with both the terms. 8x into 3x, 8 3s are 24. X square. Then 8x into minus 1 minus 8x. Next, multiply minus 7 with both the terms. Minus 7 into 3 minus 21 into x as it is. Minus into minus plus. Then 7 ones are 7. Understood? Then go for simplifying it. 5x minus 3. Here 20x square as it is, minus 12x minus 15x. This is minus 27x. Then plus 9 as it is, which is equal to 24x square as it is. Minus 8x minus 21x. It is minus 29x plus 7. Next, write all the terms on one side. Here I'll write 24x square minus 29x plus 7. Take all these terms to the right hand side. Plus 20x square becomes minus 20x square. Minus 27x becomes plus 27x. Then plus 9 becomes minus 9 equal to 0. Now 24x square minus 20x square. How much? This is 4x square. Minus 29x minus 29x plus 27x. This will be minus 2x. 7 minus 9. This is minus 2, which will be equal to 0. Now divide all terms by 2 because they are all the multiples of 2. Divide both sides by 2. You will get 2x square. This is 1x. This is 1 is equal to 0. Hope that you might have got the same. You can solve it by factorization. 2 into minus 1 minus 2. Middle term is minus 1. It is 2 ones are. See that 2 ones are 2. 2 plus 1, 3. But we want minus 1. Hence here I write minus 2. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. Minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. It is 2x square minus 1 can be written as minus 2x minus 1x. This is minus 1 is equal to 0. Then here take out common factor. 2x is common factor, x minus 1. Here minus 1 is common factor. Sorry, this is plus. Now, it is plus 1 is common factor, remaining x minus 1 is equal to 0. X minus 1 is common factor into remaining 2x plus 1 equal to 0. Then x minus 1 equal to 0 and 2x plus 1 equal to 0. X equal to 1. Here x equal to minus 1 by 2. But which one should be taken? If you go for taking minus 1 by 2, see that here minus 1 by 2, then 2 ones are 2 2s are. Here it is minus 2, minus 2 minus 3 minus 5. Is it possible to take the side as negative? No. Hence we must take x equal to 1. Here only I write that. See that x equal to 1 because side is always positive. Understood? Yes. Cross check that. If you have written correctly, it's okay. If not, just go for copying it. Dear students, go through the second one. It is given like this. In this figure, that is ABCD, AB parallel to DC. Then could you tell what do you call a quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite sides are parallel? Then it is a trapezium. So ABCD is a trapezium. Then we have to find out the value of x. Here they have given the diagonals and these diagonals intersect each other at a point O. And whatever the segments are obtained and their measurement is also given. See 3 and for example AO is 3x minus 19, BO is x minus 3, CO is x minus 5 and DO is 3. Then we have to find out the value of x. Even there is a chance of asking find the diagonals as well. So here I write find the value of x, also find any one diagonal. I will take AC. Find AC. Just I have included one. As pausing the video, you may copy this. Then after copying, start writing the solution with me. How do you go for that? We have learned one important statement. That was the second problem from the last in the exercise number 6.2. That is, when the diagonals intersect each other and these parts will be in proportion. That is, diagonals of a trapezium intersect each other proportionately. Followed? Here I write. So in ABCD, AB parallel to DC. Therefore, ABCD is a trapezium. Got it? Now, let's write one of its property. The diagonals of a trapezium, intersect each other proportionately. Followed? Then, if it is so, how do you write? See that? AO by BO equal to CO by DO, or else AO by CO is equal to BO by DO. Here I'll write AO by CO is equal to BO by DO. You can also rewrite this as AO by BO is equal to CO by DO. This will be easier to remember because it will be in order. A by B is equal to C by D. AO by BO equal to CO by DO. Now substitute. What is AO? AO is 3x minus 90. Write with me. BO, it is x minus 3 is equal to CO. CO is x minus 5. and DO. DO is 3. Okay, dear students, now we have substituted. We have already come to know how to solve x when the statement is like this. Do one thing, pause the video and solve x. Then after that, you can cross check with my explanation. Yes, pause the video. Yes, hope that you have solved it. And then what is the value of x? Yes, it may be either 8 or 9. Is it not? Okay, once you observe. Cross multiply. Here 3 into 3x minus 19. Cross multiply this. X minus 5 as it is. Multiply x minus 3. Then let me continue that here. Multiply 3 with both the terms. 3 3s are 9. 9 into x, 9x. Minus 19 3s are, it is 57. Is equal to, multiply x with both the terms. X into x, x square. X into minus 3, minus 3x. Then multiply 5 with both the terms. Minus 5 with both the terms. Minus 5 into x, minus 5x. Minus 5 into minus 3. Minus into minus plus, 5 3s are 50. Then 9x minus 57 as it is equal to x square minus 3x minus 5x minus 8x plus 15. Then write all the terms on one side. First, x square minus 8x plus 15 as it is. Transfer 9x minus 57 to the right hand side. Becomes minus 9x plus 57, which is equal to 0. X square minus 8x minus 9x minus 17x plus 15 and 57. 57, 67, it is 72 is equal to 0. Followed. Now, this can be solved by factorization. Multiply first and last term. Here is 1 and here is 72. 72 ones are 72. Middle term minus 17. Then what are the factors? Yes, it is 8 9s are 9 8s are. 8 9s are 72. 8 plus 9, it is 17. But we want minus 17, hence I take minus 8 minus 9. X square minus 8x minus 9x plus 72 is equal to 0. Group them by taking two terms. Here x into x minus 8 minus 9 into x minus 8. Hope that you have got the same. Then x minus 8 is common, remaining x minus 9, which is equal to 0. X minus 8 equal to 0 and x minus 9 equal to 0. X equal to 8 and x equal to 9. So x has two values, either 8 or 9. Then what will be the diagonal AC? Here also we have two chances. When x equal to 8, then diagonal AC can be written as, look here, AC, it is 3x minus 19 plus x minus 15. 3x minus 19 plus x minus 5. 3x plus x, it is 4x. Minus 19 minus 5 minus 24. Then it is equal to 4 into, what is x? X is 8 minus 24, which is equal to 8 4s are 32 minus 24. 32 minus 24, this is 8. AC equal to 8. Then when x equal to 9, again AC equal to, same thing, 4x minus 24. 4 into x is 9 minus 24. 4 9s are 36 minus 24. 36 minus 24, it will be 12. So the diagonal AC will be either 8 centimeter or 12 centimeter. So conclude here only I'll write. Therefore, AC equal to 8 or 12 units. Followed? Yes. Please go for copying this. Yeah. Dear students, one more statement similar to previous one. Go to this. In this figure, they are given PQ parallel to SR. Then we have to find out the value of x. It is similar to previous one. Pausing the video, go for solving that. Then after that, you can cross check with my writing. Yes, pause the video. Yes, now you may follow this one. Here, ABCD is a quadrilateral, that is in quadrilateral, sorry, not ABCD, PQRS, they have given PQ parallel to RS. What do you call a quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite sides are parallel? It is a trapezium. Now I can write, therefore, PQRS is a trapezium. And we have an important statement with respect to diagonals of a trapezium, right? What it is? The diagonals of a trapezium intersect each other proportionately. Write the same statement here. We know that what? That is the diagonals of a trapezium intersect each other proportionately. Then how to write the statement? Yes, we can write the statement that it is PO by QO equal to RO by SO, right? Or else PO by RO equal to QO by SO. However you want, but let us go for taking in order. It will be easier. See the PQRS. P by Q equal to R by S. Just write O. Followed? PO by QO equal to RO by SO. Substitute. What is PO? PO is 3x minus 1. Then QO, it is 2x plus 1 is equal to RO. This is 5x minus 3. Then SO, it is 6x minus 5. Then how do you go for simplifying this? Yes, you are right. By cross multiply. Yes, go for cross multiplication. It is 3x minus 1 as it is. Then on cross multiplying we can write 6x minus 5 with first term, which is equal to, in the RHS side, 5x minus 3 is there. Write it as it is. Cross multiply 2x plus 1. Next step, multiply 3x with both the terms. 3x into 6x, 3 6 are 18, x into x square, minus 3x into 5, 3 5s are 15 into x. Multiply minus 1 with both the terms. Minus 1 into 6x, minus 6x, minus 1 into minus 5, plus 5, which is equal to, multiply 5x with both the terms. 5 2s are 10, x into x square. 5x into 1, this is 5x. Multiply minus 3 with both the terms. Minus 3 into 2x, minus 6x. Minus 3 into 1, minus 3. Next, 18x square. What is minus 15x minus 6x? This will be minus 21x plus 5, which is equal to 10x square plus 5x minus 6x. It will be minus 1x minus 3. Write all the terms on one side. Here I'll write 18x square minus 21x plus 5 on the left hand side as it is, because the greater coefficient of x square is greater one is 18. That is why I have written this on the left hand side, and transfer these terms to the left hand side. On transferring, their sign get changed. Plus 10x square becomes minus 10x square, minus 1x becomes plus 1x, minus 3 becomes plus 3 is equal to 0. Now what is 18x? Just go for taking the like terms. 18x square minus 10x square, it is just 8x square, minus 21x plus 1x, this is minus 20x, 5 and 3, 5 plus 3, this is 8 is equal to 0. Observe all the coefficients. What you can say? Yes, you are right. They are all the multiples of 4. Then what is the further step to be followed? Yes. We have to divide both sides by 4. Then 4 how much are 8? 2 sir. 4 how much are 20? 5 sir. 4 how much are 8? Again 2 sir is equal to 0. Then how do you go for solving this? 2x square minus 5x plus 2. Can we go for factorization? Yes, let's try that. Now look here. Multiply first and last term coefficients. 2 and 2. 2 2s are. This is 4. What is the middle term? Middle term is minus 5x. In that I have taken coefficient only minus 5. What are the factors of 4 to get minus 5? It is 4 1s are. 4 1s are 4. 4 plus 1 5. But we want minus 5. Hence I take minus 4 and minus 1. Now here I'll write. This is 2x square minus 5x can be written as minus 4x minus 1x. Remaining plus 2 is equal to 0. Group them by taking two terms. In the first two terms, 2x is common factor. Then it will be x minus 2. 2x into x, 2x square minus 2x into 2, 4x. Here minus 1 is common factor. X minus 2 will remain. In the whole statement, x minus 2 is common factor. Remaining 2x minus 1 equal to 0. Then equate x minus 2 to the 0 and 2x minus 1 to 0. Solve x equal to 2, because on transferring minus 2 to the right hand side it becomes plus 2. Then here 2x is equal to, transfer minus 1 to the right hand side becomes plus 1. Then x equal to 1 by 2. Followed? Yes. Then should we go for taking x equal to 2 or x equal to 1 by 2? Do you say that, anyone? See that. Let us see what happens if x equal to 1 by 2. See that. Here 6 into 1 by 2. If you take 6 into 1 by 2, here 1s are 3s are. What is 3 minus 5? Minus 2. Is it possible to say the measurement of SY is minus 2? Impossible, because side cannot be negative. Therefore, we write x equal to 2. The reason is because side cannot be negative. Understood? Yes. Check that. Dear students, so before concluding the class, one thing I remind you, and today also we have solved very important type of problems, and particularly we have proved many statements. Please work out them today itself without fail. And for tomorrow's test, tomorrow it will be Sunday, so that weekly test will be conducted, and the syllabus for mathematics is in arithmetic progression. Only the additional problems will be given, and triangle chapter, in these 3 periods, what all the concepts we have covered, those will be given. Okay, with this let us stop the class. Thank you very much.